making up. The Most High gonna visit them because they have, think about it. As we go out all over the world, when we go to our people, say, you are the children of Israel, and our people don't have a clue. They have a clue. You see what I'm saying? That's why we're telling you what's right. And coming back to the law, statutes, and commandments, you can be blessed. If not, you're going to be cursed, man. Get the last book of the Bible, Revelation 14, about the law. We got to keep the laws, man. You ain't going to get away from it. They should be teaching this. And what's wrong with showing you that you ain't supposed to steal from your brother? What's wrong with showing you that you ain't supposed to murder? What's wrong with showing you ain't supposed to eat pork, shrimp, crab, lobster, catfish, and all the things that the Most High made to clean the waters and clean the earth? Nasty, filthy, McNasty, that eat doo-doo. Then you walk around wanting somebody to love you, you walk around with a bunch of pigs. Bunch of catfishes. bunch of shrimps. And you know, a hog, it don't even sweat. When it sweat, all that stuff come out the back of his feet. All that nasty, McNasty, some of you pig feet got them pickled and all that stuff in the, what is that, right in the hood. All in the liquor stores got pickled pig feet. Nasty. Filthy McNasty. Whatever you can't even imagine. A pig that been in a nasty, they be eating out of their doo-doo. Ain't no clean, huh? Eat their own babies. They eat everything. And you starve them out, you throw somebody in there, they gonna eat everything. They gonna disappear, they eat everything. Bones and all. A lot of times people have been disappearing by being thrown in a hog pit. They starve them hogs up and throw them in there, they finished. You don't even know what was in there. They rolling in that slop, man. That's why we look at you, man. If you've been in this truth, man, a lot of you been in knowing and doing hearing this, we were coming up for years, and you still come around and stand around, ain't trying to do nothing, but just stay the same. Don't you know the Most High gonna put you to death? He gonna visit himself, man. He playing around with you now. Don't you know storms and tornadoes and earthquakes and floods and all the things, the disasters that you see on this earth is from the Most High. Who we talking about? Oh, y'all gonna wait till he visit you, then you're gonna be, oh, what we gonna do? What we gonna do now? Oh, then y'all gonna call him the Most High. He's gonna be laughing at you. He's gonna make fun of you. All you that want to mock him now, Most High is mocked. Believe that. You ain't gonna be laughing and hollering like that when the Most High visit your butt. Free.
Revelation 14 and 12. Here is the patience of the saints.
Here's the patience of the saints, man. And we're the saints, the children of Israel. Read.
Here are they that keep the commandments of the Most High and the faith of Mashiach Yahushua.
There it is, man. You got to keep these commandments. You know, y'all say, everybody say, well, we got 10 commandments. So what are the 10 commandments? What's the name of the 10 commandments? You ain't going to be laughing in the day of the Most High's visitation. Ain't going to be nothing funny. You're going to sit up there crying, calling on him. He's going to be laughing at you. What's the 10 commandments? What's those 10 commandments? What's the Most High's 10 commandments? Name them. See? He gave us laws, statutes, and commandments of how to serve him and how we love each other. Ain't gonna be no funny. It ain't funny when the Master said in Revelation 19:11, he coming to judge and make war. And they're gonna be laughing, man. And we can show you what your own people say about your own self. So it's just something that we can make up. We can show you what scholars have said, the elite have said concerning the end of this world. You're gonna be laughing then, you're gonna be done but crying. It's gonna be too late for your butt, really?
I had a precept.
Luke 6 and 25. Woe unto you that are full, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep. That's right. Like I say, you laughing now, but you gonna mourn and weep when it's over, man. Give me Proverbs 1:24. Oh yeah, Most High gonna wipe all the smiles off your face. Let's see what he say. Proverbs 1:24. Proverbs chapter 1, verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused. He called us and we refused. He called us and we refused, right?
I have stretched out my hand, and no man regarded.
He stretched out his hand, man. That's why we come out as men to bring forth the truth, man, to our people of Negro, Indian, Latino descent primarily. All right, y'all gotta come back to this truth, man. Masons and all that stuff ain't gonna save you. They're gonna laugh at you, man. We're reading about it right now. Listen.
But ye have set at naught all my counsel.
You sit up here and listen a long time. You must have said you said at naught all this counsel. This is what we've been doing all night, counseling our people, right?
And would none of my reproof.
With none of his reproof. Wait.
I also will laugh at your calamity.
The Most High say, you're gonna laugh. You're gonna get the last laugh. That's why I say you're gonna laugh at your calamity. You ain't gonna be laughing then. Wait.
I will mock when your fear cometh.
Say, when your fear comes, when you start to be afraid, when you start tearing your butt up, he said, he's gonna mock when your fear cometh, right?
When your fear cometh as desolation.
As what?
As desolation.
You're gonna take everything you got. You know, the dollar is already falling. It's just a matter of time before everything, the money as you know it now, the currency as you know it now changes to make everybody poor. You see what I'm saying? Everybody's gonna be even Stevens. The buyer gonna be like the seller. The mistress gonna be like the maid. Everybody gonna be the same. The lender gonna be just like the borrower. Everybody gonna be on an even plane, man. That gotta happen because the Most High prophesied it would happen. Then where you gonna be at then? You can't think that you way up there. Your pride gonna be broken down. You know what I mean? You're gonna be prideful then. You gonna remember all the things you have done in destroying the children of Israel, the Most High's chosen people. When you're on an even plane, everybody's the same. You can't look at yourself in exaltation, man. He gonna bring you down, man. He that exalt himself shall be abased, brought down. He that humble himself shall be exalted. Ain't no humbleness in you so-called white people. And a lot of it, 2/3 of our people are Israelites because y'all follow the same trend of the world. You see what I'm saying? You can't be prideful. You gotta be humble. You gotta be humble. Look, the pride. Okay, we're gonna build a wall to keep out the people whose land this is that we want now. The Mexicans, just their land, right? Is this the Mexicans' land? Now you gonna build a wall to keep them off? That's prideful, man. That's very prideful. The Most High said he have enemies that you might not even know. That the leaders, your leaders, or people that are in charge, the elite that's in charge of the leaders, are really prideful. Where it says, man, the enemies and the haters of the Most High. Understand this. Whether you realize it or not, man, they hate the Most High. They hate Hamashiach Yahushua, and they're his enemies. Straight up. So we know who you are, because it's all here. It's all here. Give me Luke 6:46. It's all here. It's just what you gonna do about it. You either gonna come back to the Most High, power of Abraham, who had a son named Isaac, who had a son named Jacob, who became the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Or you gonna stay where you at. You know, stay where you at and think that everything gonna be okay. It's not gonna be okay, people. Hollyweird ain't gonna save you. You ain't gonna be able to come up here. Most High destroying this. You know you're gonna get Times Square. You know you're gonna get Vegas. Fifth done. Atlantic City. All the wicked places, man, in this world, the Most High definitely got his eye. He's gonna destroy all America. But wouldn't it be nice if he just said, hey, look at this. Woo! Just to scare all those that he haven't gotten yet. You know what I mean? Like, damn, this ain't gonna come from the east or the west. So y'all gonna know about it, but you can't run. Where you gonna run to? You can't run out in the ocean. Most High Leviathan rise up and get your butt. I'm not sure I'm coming back with 200 million angels. So where you gonna run? You can't run, you can't hide. Y'all see when they had the levees broke? People was lined up, man, getting up out of Louisiana. Get the hell out of here. Where y'all gonna run to? They talking about California, but we falling off into the ocean. It ain't gonna fall off till Most High have us do our job. You see? I ain't see that growing up. Just live. That's what we doing, man. We living for the Most High, Wahabashiach Yahushua, Bahashama Mashiach Yahushua. That's what we living for. The Heavenly Father, man. Giving him all honor and praise. Right. Not this world. Just live what? In this world gonna be destroyed. Read this.
Luke 6:46. And why call ye me Lord, Lord, and do not the things which I say?
He said, why you calling on me and you don't want to do what I say. Matthew 7:21. Why are you calling on me and don't want to do the things I say? See? Y'all better wake up. Everybody gonna have to come back to the Most High. You think y'all God is more powerful than the God of the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? No. There's only one. And he's the power of Abraham, who had a son named Isaac, who had a son named Jacob, who became the forefather of these 12 tribes of Israel. You see, they're scattered among all nations. So we're not just saying because they're on this side that they're Israel, they're that tribe, whatever, because we scattered among all nations. A lot of you know who you are. A lot of you know white, you all right. Black, get back. So that's why y'all rolling like that. But you're going to get a rude awakening. All y'all that want to be like them and you're not them. Oh, the Most High know. He know who you are. He know who you are. It's a scripture for you too. He got something for all of y'all that want to just join unto them and think that you're going to make it because this their kingdom. Esau is the end of the world. Jacob's the beginning of that follower. We got next forever. All right. That's what it's all about. Y'all better come out of that wickedness that y'all in, though. Read.
Matthew 7:21. Say Matthew 7:21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Hamashiach, Hamashiach,
said, why call me Lord, Lord, and you ain't going to do what I say do? That's why I say, everybody that say, Hamashiach, Hamashiach. Read.
Not everyone that saith unto me, Hamashiach, Hamashiach, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
Just because you call on his name, don't mean that you're going into the kingdom of heaven, right?
But he that doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven.
He that doeth the will of the Most High which is in heaven. What's the will of the Most High? Will of the Most High. He that doeth the will of the Most High.
You want the will, right? Psalms 40:8. I delight to do thy will, O my power. Yeah, thy law is within my heart.
There it is, man. He said he delight. This is my second shot. He said I delight to do the will of the Heavenly Father. What's in his heart?
Thy law is within my heart.
His law is within his heart. So what's the heart? Something that beat blood to all the parts of your body? Nah. Read that. Understand this. The Bible answers itself. It's hip talk. So he said his law is within his heart. What's the heart?
Mark chapter 7, verse 21. For from within, out of the hearts of men, proceed evil thoughts.
There it is. So your mind in the Bible is something, that's your heart. You say, he delight to do the will of the Most High. His law is in his mind. You see? Your mind is thinking about doing what's right according to the laws, such commandments of the Most High. He gave us rules and regulations. He gave us moral laws, civil laws, dietary laws, ceremonial laws, and sacrificial laws. You see? When you look at the 10 Commandments, it shows you how to serve the Most High and how we serve each other. You see? So, I mean, one way or another, it's gonna be a time when you got to face what we're reading right here in Matthew 7:21. Because some of you listen, some of you even you get together, some of you wicked right be walking together, man. We understand that. Everybody ain't gonna hear this. But some of you gonna hear it and remember what you hearing tonight. Read.
You want that in
Mark 7, Matthew 7.
back in St. Matthew chapter 7, verse 21. Not everyone that saith unto me, Hamashiach, Hamashiach, shall enter into the kingdom of heaven.
So what they say? Get what they be saying? Acts 2:21. This is all everybody say. This is what y'all think, right? Read this. Acts 2:21.
The book of Acts chapter 2, verse 21. And it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on Ba'ashem Mashiach Yahushua shall be saved.
Yeah, so that's what y'all teach in the church, right? All you gotta do is call on the name of Jesus, and you're gonna be saved, right? That's why he said what he's saying. But who's he talking to, right?
Ye men of Israel.
They don't read that. So it says, it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Mashiach shall be saved. Right? Who he's talking to?
Ye men of Israel.
Ye men of Israel, right?
Hear these words.
They don't read that. They don't read that because if you're not Israel, then how can he be talking to you?
Right.
When you're a Gentile. And y'all always say, oh no, the Jews killed Mashiach or Jesus. We can't be a Jew because they killed him. Because they take you to John 1 and 11. Read that. That's what they take you. But you don't read verse 12. I know. Because I studied them. And you can't deny this fact. Read that.
The book of St. John chapter 1 verse 11. He came into his own, and his own received him not.
See that? The Jews refused him. They received him not. Yeah, see? That's why you don't want to be a Jew. You don't want to be a Jew. Read it again.
John 1 and 11. He came into his own.
He came into his own, the Jews. Read.
And his own received him not.
See, the Jews received not. They didn't receive him not. We the Gentiles. And we got to receive Jesus. Because he came for everybody. Whosoever call on the name of the Lord shall be saved. Hey. What y'all laughing at? Look, they felt that, didn't they? That's what they used to. Everybody was shouting. Everybody ready to shout coming across the street now. You seen that, right? Read.
I'm dead. St. John 1 and 10. He was in the world, and the world was... Oh, he came into his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of the Most High, even to them that believe on by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua.
Yeah, so that's how you become the sons of the Most High. So we had those that believed in him, like us, like you, brother. You know, a chosen one of the Most High that believe in him, believe in the Son, the Mashiach Yahushua, that died for our sins. You see? We're not no Gentiles. We're not another nation. We are the nation of Israel. That's our race. That's our nationality. You understand? And we've been disenfranchised from our heritage because we refuse to follow the laws, statutes, commandments of the Most High. Therefore, he punished us with captivity, slavery, and bondage under mostly all these nations on this earth, man. From one captivity to another captivity to another captivity, just the last captivity we got to be in. Believe that. But we got next forever and ever and ever. Can't nobody stop this, man. It's written. Everything that you're looking at happening in this world is in the Bible. It's already prophesied it would happen. No.
Verse 12 again. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of the Most High, even to them that believe on Bahasham Hamashiach Yahushua.
That's how important it is, man. You want to become the sons of the Most High, you better learn what it is in knowing in the name of the anointed Savior, that power that's there. Because no man come to the Father but by him. You understand? That's why you understand in the Hebrew, Bahasham Hamashiach Yahushua, where y'all might know in the name of Jesus Christ, but that's not his name. Because the J was invented in 1630 AD. When he walked over, you know, to this day, they have, I don't know, see him now, but they painted a so-called white image of him by the name of Caesar Borgia, right? So you know that, right? You got it up for me. See that? You see, they painted, that's a lie, man. That man's name is Caesar Borgia. That's Pope Alexander VI of Rome, Rodrigo Borgia's son, second son. Look, brother, you got access to the internet? Not right now? You don't go to the library? You don't go to the library? You get on the internet there, man. And if you ever have a chance to go on the internet and look up the Borgias, that's B-O-R-G-I-A. Right there, that's the family right there, man. Let me show you something, because most people don't know. Bring it over here out.
He was the son of one of the popes.
Right.
And the pope had gave him a province of land. And
This dude, let me show you something, cause you ain't never seen this. Let me show you something. Look at this image. Look at this image right here. What do you see? This image right here. This is called the Last Supper that they always have in the churches, in your mother's house, your grandmother's house, everybody's house. Amongst us, you know what I mean? They show it on TV all the time. I mean, as far as this upper room, you know, I'm just talking about as far as the images of the people that's on there, the men that's supposed to be on there.
The white. I heard it was Da Vinci, the white.
You know the parable of the Good Samaritan?
Yeah, I know, but I'm not talking about that right now.
The golden rule is?
We're talking about that.
Love thy neighbor as thyself.
Right, but we're not talking about that right now. Can you hold it? Can you hold your spot, your place in order? We're not talking about love that neighbor as thyself. We're just talking about this picture.
Jesus was black.
No, I ain't trying to say nothing. I'm not talking to you for the first and foremost. I was talking to him. Wait a minute, hold up. Hey, brother, look, because he can't show you.
Ezra says, trust not your enemy.
Right. He can't. Yeah, he can't. He can't really show you what I'm going to show you.
See, the original Bible has the apocrypha in it. The one with the coat of arms on the cover that goes all the way back to King David the First.
Brother, can you go back to that? Go once I finish showing you this, because I know it's something that you haven't seen. Look, all I'm showing you is this is hate right here. Let me show you this picture.
But that is hate.
This hate right here. Look, that's hate right there. That's hate right there. That's hate right there. So our people, our enemies are our people. What enemies? For real? What scripture is that? What scripture is that?
Is that a
We still, my people still, that's still in our houses right now, right? Our grandmother's house. Is this the truth or is it a lie? We supposed to love this? Are you saying love this? You say, wait a minute, you saying love this? Love all this, right?
That's Psalms 83 and that's
Love this, right? Love this, right? Us coming over here on slave ships, love this? Huh? What you talking about? Let me show you, brother. Before we was rudely interrupted. See, that's the man right here. See the boys here? That's him right there. That's him right there. That's him right there.
Matthew 5:44.
That's him right there. See?
Matthew 5:44. You go to
That's
it.
his. Okay. That's
It
him right
says, love
there.
thy enemy.
That's him right there. That's
Not
him
to
right
preach
there.
hate.
Same one.
Same guy, huh?
Same guy right there, right? And that's his brother right here. That's him right there. That's him right there. That's him right there. That's him right there. That's his mother's. That's his mother right there. You see, it's a woman. That's his mother right there, and that's his sister, Lucretia, right there. 5 people in this painting. Nobody ever seen that, man. That's the spirit of the Most High revealed that to me, man. To show our people, man, that's a lie. You can go on Showtime on YouTube. They got a show called The Borgias, This Family. See how you spell it?
You know something else too? He fulfilled the scripture in Revelation.
What?
Because he died of syphilis in his old age. His face was terribly destroyed of syphilis. He didn't die from the syphilis, but his face was terribly disfigured, and he walked around with a mask looking like Hannibal because the whole side of his face was destroyed by the syphilis, which is incurable back then. And his enemies, he fell to the blade of his enemies. In that same province of land, when he rode out to the fen, they caught him by himself and they speared him up bad. It's all written.
He died before his father, and his father had him immortalized as a god. That's why it's in the Bible, man. What would happen? It's all in the Bible, man. Let's read about it. First Maccabees 3:48. See, these are the things that you understand, man. That's why I say when he talking about we teaching hate, can you imagine how Mashiach Yahushua felt? We're looking at that picture, what they did, right? And here it is in First Maccabees 3:48. This happened, and this is before he came on the earth, because we look at Malachi. That's in the Persian Mede Empire. So between Malachi and Matthew, it goes to the Roman Empire. So when we go into the Greek Empire, see that the Greeks took down the Persian Mede Empire. You know what I mean? That was the first empire of the so-called white people, right? So this is what we're reading about right here in the Apocrypha. Like you was talking about 2nd Ezra, right? That's right in the Apocrypha. Let's read. First Maccabees 3:48.
and laid open the book of the law, wherein the heathen had sought to paint the likeness of their images.
They sought to paint, Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 4. So the heathen sought to paint the likeness of their images, as you see on that picture, man. Laid open. Think about it. This is before Mashiach Yahushua came on the earth, so he knew about this. You see what I'm saying? He knew everything anyway, but I'm just saying the people knew that they was going to do this. Read this.
Wisdom of Solomon 15 and 4. For neither did the mischievous invention of men deceive us, nor an image spotted with diverse colors.
An image spotted with diverse colors. Read.
The painter's fruitless labor.
The painter's fruitless labor. Read.
The sight whereof enticeth fools to lust after it.
People, man, anybody want to believe that the one that they call Jesus Christ is a white man? He said, they fools, man. They tell you, fools to lust after this. That's how destroyed we are mentally, right?
So they desire the form of a dead image that hath no breath.
Dead image that have no breath, man. Read.
Both they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things and are worthy to have such things to trust upon.
Right, man. That's evil. Proverbs 16 and 4. That's why this came into the world, man, because we ate of the tree of good and evil. You understand? So here we are now in a world in Hollyweird, all this wickedness that's going up in here, man. I mean, they look like glamour and all that stuff, man. Shoot, they doing all kind of madness up in here. That's why all kind of freaks and whatever you could think of is walking up and down here, man, and it's accepted. Right? You been there, you been walking up here, you know, right? All kind of madness going up in here, man. Read.
Proverbs 16 and 4. The Most High hath made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
He made the wicked for the day of evil. For the day of evil. Who the wicked? Job 9:24. Think about it. Think about it. Job 9:24.
Job chapter 9 verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
See, that's why you gotta look at it, man. If you look at that picture, man, Mashiach Yahushua said, we just read, he's coming to judge and make war. He's a judge, right? Most High's giving him all the judgment. And here we are, as the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, you know, we're going to judge angels. We're going to be judges also. You see what I'm saying? The 12 apostles that you see down there, he covered the faces of the judges. You know, it said the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. He who was the wicked covered the faces of the judges. Then they cover their faces down there. You're looking at it. They cover the faces. The apostles were brothers, man. Mashiach Yahushua, so his feet like him to fine brass that burn in the furnace. He had hair like wool. You see what I'm saying? So they don't look like that. So the wicked man done that. So Proverbs 16 and 4.
Proverbs chapter 16 verse 4. For the Most High hath made all things for himself. Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Made the wicked for the day of evil, man. That's why we in the condition that we in now, because we under their rule. The last ones that's gonna rule this earth, man. This is it. It ain't like we gotta look at, oh well, something gonna happen, and the Japanese or the Chinese gonna take us into captivity, or they gonna be ruling over us. No, this it, man. This all she wrote right here. This it. Lamentations, huh?
That's the hard part, because that's really the hard part to meditate upon, because it's easy for people to be aware of it, to really understand by reading, but to the rest of the world that's like around you, it's just partying all the time. They're not really taking it into serious consideration that this is the last dance.
That's right, man.
And we've already been told so many times to get ready for the Antichrist, because he's getting ready to come here.
See, let me show you, man. Just like it's no different now than it was in the past, but there's nothing new under the sun, right? So what you're saying, look at what it says in Matthew 24th chapter.
Yeah, I got it.
Read that.
St. Matthew chapter 24, verse 37. But as the days of Noah were,
As the days of Noah were, remember Noah was building the ark. So it's gonna rain, it's gonna rain. We saying repent, come back to the Most High before he bring the fire on this earth. He gonna bring fire to burn people up, right? Whole lot of people gonna die, right?
but as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark.
Everybody having a party, man. They on Hollyweird Boulevard, partying, having a good time, you know, getting into marriage and married and, you know, jumping in this bed and that bed, doing all kind of madness, right? Read.
Until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be.
Read. So shall also the son of the Mashiach Yahushua be when he come back. You see what I'm saying? If they was doing all these things, then the flood came, they was bamming on the ark. It was too late. It was too late, man. It was too late. Mosai killed everybody but Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth and their wives. 8 people. Look, he don't need all of us. He don't need everybody to create all the people. Think about it. Everybody you see on this earth come from either Shem, Ham, or Japheth. Period. So do we need a lot of us to create all? Look at all these people. Wherever you look around the world, man, what is about 7 billion people or 8 billion people in the world? All coming from who? Shem, Ham, or Japheth. See, people don't think about that, man. We don't.
To the Bible, everybody that's over here in America are the children of Shem, because that's where the Israelites came out of, through Abraham.
Everybody out of Abraham, seed.
No, they're not.
You know, that's why I say the Most High have Abraham had Isaac, and Isaac had Jacob, and Jacob became the forefather of these 12 tribes of Israel. That's it.
Notice how everybody's quick to holler about Egypt, not understanding that we cannot accept the faith of Egypt because we're not Egyptians.
Right.
We're not the children of Mizraim.
Right. That's right.
Or Ham or any of them.
Right.
That's a different introduction. As a matter of fact, they're the ones that transgress in the first place because and the rights of the Chaldeans were actually, according to the book of Jubilee, those are actually rights that were passed on to them from the followers. And that's where all this talk about male worship and all that crazy stuff came out of. They got those white people wanting to live like God's monster.
It just been wicked, man. It's just see, the thing about it, it comes from the garden when we ate of the tree of good and evil. So either you're gonna be on the good side or you're gonna be on the evil side. That's the only choice. You choose up, you choose down, you choose in and out. All of the things, man, that the Most High set up is a balance. He said you don't need to eat of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So being born in this world, every last one of us are eating of the tree of good and evil. You understand? So with that good come what? That's what Paul said. Where there's good, there's what? Evil. Even when you pray, Satan's there to go against your prayer. That you're trying to reach the Most High in righteousness. He right there with you. You see what I'm saying? So that's that good and evil. He said you don't need him. Leave my left hand alone. All you need is my right hand with me and my son. That's what it's going to be when the Most High end up casting Satan and death and hell into the lake of fire. You're going to cast them all into the lake of fire. That's what this is about, man. So you don't have to be cast into the lake of fire. You can reap the benefits of the kingdom that's prepared for us already. It's just a matter of us getting ourselves together as the children of Israel. That's already prepared. Everything is already made. Everything is already prepared. It's just us getting ourselves together. That's why you notice that, you might not know, but we all coming back to the law and such commandments. You all say that. We got to keep the commandments. We got to keep the commandments. That's not something that was done all the time as Israelites. But it's something that's very important. It's a spiritual thing that the Most High put on all of us. Because it's very important. Get Revelations 22 and 14. Revelation 22:14.
Revelation chapter 22, verse 14.
The last book of the Bible. Let's see if it's not important to keep the laws of the Most High.
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Here we are, like he said. Deuteronomy 28 and 1. Deuteronomy 30 and 1. You keep my commandments, you follow my commandments, will set you on high above all nations. Now here the last book of the Bible, since the preacher's talking about we don't have to keep the law, such commandments of the Most High, we ain't under the law, but we under mercy and grace. Look at this.
Revelation 22 and 14. Blessed are they that do his commandments.
Blessed are they that do his commandments.
They've even gone so far as to alter the prints of the Bible to where there's certain scriptures that can't be located. When I first started studying, I read from a Nelson Publishing study Bible. And it was one of those types of Bibles that was handed out to those schools for boys, like the Catholic schools have. And the guy that gave it to me came out of one of those schools. And I did a lot of in-depth study on that Bible. And I noticed that there were certain scriptures that have been altered. And even that same publishing company has changed those scriptures up. They make it deceptive. Like one of them speaks of Pilate, where he speaks of showing him the denari and asks whose subscription is on there. And then he says it's Pilate's, and then he answers to him, give to Pilate's what is Pilate's, and give to the Lord what is the Lord's. Well, they changed that up and changed it to Caesar. Right? They said it's Caesar's. You say Pilate, we say Caesar, so obviously you don't know what you're talking about. We need to go read some more. And then they had to run the Bible as the altar. It's showing that it's saying that straight. That's supposed to be what it says, but that's not what it is.
Yeah, a lot of the Bibles that they have now has been tampered with. They say the Bible been tampered with, yeah. It has been tampered with. Certain scriptures, man.
Take the apocrypha out, that was the worst.
Which one?
I lost respect for everything.
What's that?
When they took the apocrypha out of the book in 1901, they took the apocrypha out of the Bible because they wanted to.
Catholics didn't do it.
No,
It's still in their Bible.
happened in America.
Yeah, the Protestant churches did that. Cause it's full of facts, man. Let's read.
Matthew 17 and 21, right? Howbeit, this kind goeth out. It's like it. Howbeit, this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting.
I took that out the Bible. You know what this talking about? You know what this talking about? Go up from there. Go.
Start at
This is how you get rid of demons. A lot of people running around here with demons in them. Listen what happened. Read.
same.
Why would they take this out of the Bible?
Because they glorify the exorcists.
Yeah, they glorify demons, man. They glorify those, and then they don't want you to be able to cast out the spirits, them evil spirits that's in them.
Right.
Because they worship those
NIV, the New World Translation. Why would they take this out, man? And then they say, oh, it wasn't needed. How are you going to tell me that this not needed? Of all things, how to cast out demons, it's not there. It's a blank line there, man. Look it up.
Sometimes it's a dash.
Dash, like a little dash there, yep. It go from 20 to 22. Let's read. Go up so you know the topic.
St. Matthew's chapter 17, verse 18. No, I'm gonna start 16. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could 14. Yeah, 14. And when they were come to the multitude, there came to him a certain man, kneeling down to him and saying, Hamashiach, have mercy on my son, for he is a lunatic.
Full of demons. Read.
And is sore vexed, for oftentimes he falleth into the fire, and often into the water. And I brought him to thy disciples, and they could not cure him.
And he's full of demons. And they brought him to his disciples, but his disciples couldn't cure him. Read.
Then Hamashiach Yahushua answered and said, O faithless and perverse generation, how long shall I be with you?
Faithless, and perverse generation, how long shall I be here with you in the flesh, Read?
How long shall I suffer you? Bring him hither to me. And Hamashiach Yahushua rebuked the devil.
Rebuke what?
The devil.
Rebuke the devil, Read?
And he departed out of him. And the child was cured from that very hour. Then came the disciples to Hamashiach Yahushua apart and said, Why could not we cast him out?
Why couldn't we cast out the devil out of this little boy, right? Read.
And the Mashiach Yahushua said unto them, because of your unbelief.
Because of your unfaithfulness. You don't believe. You got to believe wholeheartedly, right?
For verily I say unto you, if you have faith as a grain of a mustard seed,
Grain of a mustard, you can fit under your nail, man. Because you got a little nail. It's so small, it fit right under your nail and grow into a giant tree. Read.
ye shall say unto this mountain, remove hence to yonder place, and it shall remove, and nothing shall be impossible unto you.
That's just having faith, man. Believing in him. Bahashama Mashiach Yahushua. You shall say, just move out of the way, trouble, and it shall move out of the way if you believe and have faith, man. Read.
Howbeit, this kind goeth not out but by prayer and fasting.
They took that out, man. How to get rid of high-powered demons. You look it up. Remember that. Matthew 17:21.
Like that. If you back up a few verses before that, doesn't it say something about those demons tearing at the boy's flesh? Or was that the one that was mentioned in Mark? But
Oh yeah, I think that was Mark.
that was Mark.
They tried to hold him in chains.
Yeah, that was legion, man. Yeah, that's 2,000.
You know something? That's the same thing that the Exorcist movie was depicting. And a lot of people don't really realize the demonic infestation is just that serious. It's that real. You know, these people, they needed him because they were actually witnessing stuff like that on a daily basis. Devils just tearing at people's flesh. You know, like cuts appearing on the body just
Look,
out
man.
of nowhere.
Look, man, they got. You ever seen Walmart? I tell people all over the country, man. I actually go to Walmarts and they have different pictures that we don't have here. And all these Walmarts, you start looking at the Walmarts. Have you seen me? They used to put them on the milk carton, and they had the little flyers that they brought out to people all the time. Have you seen me? Have you seen me? Shoot, they doing sacrifice and all that stuff right here now. People missing. You know, it's a show called John 8:44. This Jewish rabbi was on there and was saying, yeah, man, there's still about 350,000 children a year. Or kids, you know, be them, whatever. It could be us. We don't tell them who they stealing. They say they drain the blood out and they get the blood for their masa crackers and they sell the meat to McDonald's. They tell them they doing all kind of crazy stuff, man. What you say? You just discovered that was a Subway?
Oh yeah.
Meat?
48% of the chicken is not. Only 48% of the chicken is chicken.
Only 48% of the chicken is chicken.
So what's the other 50%?
Exactly.
Told you, man.
Huh? Gotcha. We was talking about it today, right?
That's what it is.
52%. Who knows, man? I mean, one thing about it, like I just told you. I mean, McDonald's is number one, right?
And then Subway's bread also has the same ingredients that it has in yoga mats.
Yoga mats. What is that?
Yoga mats, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh, the yoga mats?
yeah.
That they be doing the yoga on?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
hell
the
no.
same ingredients.
Ah.
Subway eat fresh though.
Hey,
You know what they're actually
Isaiah
doing? Stuff they're taking
24
the
and
meat
5,
scraps.
man.
Right.
They're taking the meat scraps and they're putting this bonding substance in there.
Yeah.
Then they roll it all together and then they cut it up. They do the same thing with red meat too. They take all the
they use
shapes.
pig slime. They use pig slime.
They're just
Yeah,
they're selling us everything.
yeah, man.
They're
We
selling
just.
us everything but the cut.
That's why the scripture say this. Read that.
Which scripture? Isaiah 24:5. The 5.
Isaiah chapter 24, verse 5. The earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant. Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burned, and few men left.
Gonna burn them up, man. That's what I've been prophesying all night about how the Most High gonna send a Mashiach Yahushua to judge and make war, man, and burn a whole lot of people up, man. See, people don't understand. They think they know the Most High. Let's look at the Most High. Get Hebrews Read that. Because it's very important when you say God, who are you talking about? Because most people don't create their own God. They don't create their own power, and it's not the power of this Bible because they haven't been taught. So therefore, all you have is your own mind, man. They tell you in Ecclesiastes 3:24, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion. And an evil suspicion is overthrown their judgment. See, evil comes in and make them think the way they think. Because why? They ate up the tree of good and evil. He's going to choose the good. What's good? The laws, statutes, commandments of both sides is good. What's evil? Anything contrary to that. Read this.
Hebrews 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power.
Fearful thing to fall into the hands of the Most High, man. Read it.
Hebrews 13 and 29. 12 and 29. For our power is a consuming fire.
Our power, man, is consuming fire. That's why they say people don't know him. You don't create your own power, man. He said, get Ezekiel 22. He's a consuming fire, man. So if what are you gonna do with this fire? People ain't understanding the Most High, man. That's why I must say I was shy. You can get there, but through him, he said, if you ain't going through him, that's what you facing, man. You want to be out doing whatever you want to do. Breaking his rules and regulations, his laws, statutes, and commandments. This is what he's going to do. He's a consuming fire. This is what he's going to do with that fire, right?
Ezekiel 22 and 7, when we start 17. 22 and 20. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you.
You know what he say? He's going to leave you there and melt you. For real, go ahead.
Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof.
Could be melted in the midst thereof, man. Get Jeremiah 30. So you coming with fire. That's why we here to warn you. But people think they just gonna play around with the Most High. Say when your calamity come, he gonna mock you and laugh. Whenever you want to call him, your fear come, you be afraid, because you gonna most times something bad happen. You don't care atheists. They be saying, oh, like when the Northwind's quake happened, they put billboards up all over LA talking about, is God mad with us? You see what I'm saying? They feel it, man. Shoot. Really.
Every year when they have their award ceremony, they put those tents that they had up there to try to cover the rain. But it seems like every year he does something to like throw them all off schedule.
Jeremiah 30 and 23. Behold, the whirlwind of the Most High goeth forth with fury.
Whirlwind of the Most High going forth with fury. You already say he's gonna melt you, Rick.
A continuing whirlwind.
Continuing whirlwind, Rick. That's like a tornado, like a hurricane, Rick.
It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked.
Fall with pain upon the head of the wicked, those that don't want to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments, Rick.
The fierce anger of the Most High shall not return until he hath done it, and until he hath performed the intents of his heart.
That's what his mind has said he's going to do. When he going to do it?
In the latter days ye shall consider it.
We consider it right now, man. Isaiah 66 and 15. See, most people, like I said, people don't fear the Most High. They say, oh, it's going to last until that disaster happens. Then you see them out there crying, oh, we lost everything. But we going to rebuild. The Most High said they shall rebuild, but what? He shall what? Throw down. See, that's what people don't realize. That's what happened every year. It happens every year. Because he sent fire to burn Malibu up and all the different places up. Every year you see fire in California. Every year. Because they're not really coming back to the Most High. Right?
Isaiah 66 and 15. For behold, the Most High Mashiach Yahushua will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. For by fire and by his sword will the Most High plead with all flesh.
By fire and his sword, he gonna plead with all flesh. Ain't nobody getting away with this, man. Nobody gonna run away from this. Ain't no way you can hide from the Most High, because his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun, beholding all the ways of men. No matter what you think you're doing or getting away with it, the Most High know what you're doing. And all y'all partying now, having a good time and wickedness, man, you're going to be put to death. That's what he's talking about. Listen.
The slain of the Most High, while Mashiach Yahushua shall be many.
Slain of the Most High, the Mashiach Yahushua going to be many. That's why we've been going over these commandments of the Most High, telling you what you got to do so this don't happen to you. But if you don't want to hear him, hey, more power to you. You don't quit at your own power, so I hope your power gonna be able to save you from what we reading about. Because the Most High is not a man he should lie. He gonna bring it on. Read.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens, behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh, and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together.
He said, hey, you eat the pork, you eat anything that's abominable, that he tells you we're not supposed to eat in Leviticus 11 chapter. The mouse, some of y'all eating raccoon and squirrels and frog legs and possums and all kind of madness. Alligator, yep. See, they're gonna be consumed together, man. They're gonna be burned up together. So I'm here to warn you. Just like Noah was saying it's gonna rain, nobody believed it. We was putting that out for all those years. Until when the rain came, everybody started crying, let me in, let me in, let me in. It was too late. He drowned everybody. We're gonna burn people up this time. That's a purified element. Fire and water. This time we bring in fire. That's why he put the rainbow in the sky to remind himself that he would not flood the earth again. So when Nimrod built that tower up to the sky, like they're gonna run with the Most High flood the earth again, let you know he didn't know the word of the Most High. That's why he put the rainbow in the sky to remind himself that he's not gonna flood the earth. That's why we read about when he's coming back with fire, straight up to burn people up. And Esau, the biblical name for the so-called white man, they know it. The elite know this. That's why we look in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, you can see where they're telling you that they know about the destruction that's coming on this earth against them. They tell you. Read.
Which one? Oh, that was... Yeah. Isaiah... Yeah, you're right. Isaiah 66 and 18. For I know their works.
I say he know your works. He know how you think. He know what